Hello, I'm PDCC. Today we are going to introduce JND Studios Wonder Woman. 1/3 scale Wonder Woman statue. The Wonder Woman is JND first Platinum Series product. Except that the part of the suit is made of resin. Most other parts are made of silicone. Hair is rooted hair as usual. Eyes are glass eyes. Its height is 69 centimeters, 30 cm each in length and width, compared to statues from other brands. JND's 1/3 scale statue. The pose of JND statues are all based on museum pose. So it takes up very little space. And that's one of the reasons why there are so many people like JNDs. Next, glass eyes are one of the most important technologies of JND. It can make it impossible to have statues of life look lifelike. And this is something that traditional statues can't compare. As you can see it in the video. How beautiful are the eyes? They even had eyelashes on. And for the rooted hair part, I think this is one of the drawbacks of this Wonder Woman. They may have made Wonder Woman's hairstyle a bit curly this time. But, considering the female statues they released before, I am not surprised that they made the hair so curly. Because they usually incorporate their own design language into their products, and then try to beautify the statue. But in general, I still feel that this time JND, crafting the statue to closely resemble Gal Gadot herself. After comparing with photos of Gal Gadot herself, what is your opinion on the likeness? On the facial details, we can see very clearly wrinkles on the face. There are other skin details, especially the wrinkles on the bags. This little detail makes the whole head sculpture look more like a real human. Next, let's talk about the costume. First of all, this time JND Studios finally went with the classic costume of Wonder Woman. And this costume appeared in 4 movies in total, respectively Batman vs Superman, Justice League, and Wonder Woman 1 and Wonder Woman 2. This time, JND's color choices for the costume. Mainly, the coloring is based on the Zack Snyder's Justice League filter. In fact, it has a faint layer of gold spray on the dark red of this breastplate, along with the addition of black layers. It really makes the whole suit look more realistic. And what about the belt on the suit? This time it's made of soft rubber. At first I thought it was genuine leather. It also took me a while to find out. It's actually made of soft rubber. But in all fairness, this texture looks just like a real leather belt. As for the skirt and leg armor, there's not much to say. They are generally consistent with the overall costume. So it is said, the silicone that used by JND is platinum grade silicones. They also once said on this Facebook, theoretically, their silicone can last for more than 30 years. But who knows, right? The back muscles are, in my opinion, the best executed aspect in this statue. JND Studios' precise grasp of human body proportions ensures the overall coordination and consistency of both the back muscles and the statue. In different lighting conditions, the back muscles will exhibit different effects as shadows and highlights change. And then there's his armpit, which you can see there. Skin folds are also done. It's incredibly realistic. Delicate texture coupled with exquisite painting. So, what's next? Just take a few seconds to appreciate this perfect made body. Next, let's take a look at the silicone on the thighs. JND has put a lot of effort into these thighs as well. It aligns the muscular lines. Plus the left foot is slightly padded. This contributes to making the overall body curves of Wonder Woman look more perfect. They really put a lot of work into these thighs. Some collectors even say these thighs alone make it worth the buy. Certainly, the skin texture of the thighs is also quite good. They have also crafted very delicate skin folds and textures on the joints of the legs, It's almost like a real person. Of course, there are other details that I can't show you. So let me just show you a close-up of the legs part. Now, let's talk about the weapon accessories. JND added battle damage and weathering effects to the sword. They've also inscribed some Amazonian text on the sword. After comparing with fight scenes from the movie, it's evident that JND didn't cut corners. When it comes to the craftsmanship and details of the weapon accessories, the battle damage is almost identical to what you see in the movie. Then the way to install the parts is actually very simple. Just put it in like the video. The way to install the shield is actually very simple. First you need to grip number 3, put it in your hand and snap it in again with the shield's magnetic attachment. Finally, you just need to put number 1 and number 2 again, just attach it on. The initial plan was to use decast for the shield, but in the end, they probably switched to plastic, maybe considering potential deformation issues with silicone, but in the end, when JND shipped it out, they also added a display stand for the shield, which wasn't initially included. This should also be compensation for the collectors, right? All in all, JND really stepped up the game in mass production, making it even better than the prototype, whether it is the statue itself, accurate grasp of body proportion, the details on the suit, delicate skin texture, painting, and the most important Wonder Woman's portrait. However, in the end, I still hope JND can put more effort into QC because there are still quite a few minor flaws. Finally, if the full score is 10, I'd be willing to give them a 9. It's because they did a really good job on the details this time. Plus, the accuracy of the head sculpt is also very close to Gal Gadot herself. So, in the future, if there's another opportunity, I think I would continue to support them. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next video.